Hello, I'm Gene Cox, and this is Snapshot. Today we're dealing with a subject that is very much in the news right now, and that is the measles. We're talking with Dr. Parham Jabari of the Chesterfield County Health Department. For the most part, measles is a preventable disease, but some parents opt out of the inoculations. How common is that in Chesterfield County?
Well, measles, like many other vaccine-preventable illnesses, there is a vaccination for. Is it possible to have vaccination failure? Certainly, but we do feel it can be prevented if the individual is adequately immunized. In terms of how common it is, again, we haven't seen an active case here in Chesterfield for some time, but over the last couple of weeks, we're beginning to hear from clinicians, including that in their differential when children are presenting with upper respiratory symptoms, some rashes. Sometimes you see a rash as a result of a drug reaction, as you know, for many other causes, but we're certainly actively thinking about that possibility now due to the number of cases we've seen across the country.
If that's seen in a child, is that child excluded from school?
Certainly. You know, children need to be healthy when they go to school, regardless of whether it's measles, mumps, whooping cough. We want only healthy children to be attending at school. Measles is certainly one of those diseases that's very easily communicable. That means you can easily infect those around you. It's very infectious. They say out of 10 people that you come into contact with, 9 of them will come down with measles. So we definitely would encourage anyone that is suspected of having measles to stay at home if they're a child, to stay at home and not go to work if they're an adult, and to self-isolate for the duration of the illness.
What advice do you give to parents who, for whatever reason, opt out of the inoculations?
I think they need to really think about it very hard, and given the new information that we're seeing, that when you don't immunize your child, it's not just a personal decision, but you're potentially putting those in the community around that child at risk. And who do I mean by that? Children under 1 typically don't receive measles vaccinations. So if I am a parent of a child and my child's in daycare and I opt at 2 or 3 years of age to still not get that first dose, which should be given at age 1, and my child comes down with measles, he or she now is potentially putting all those other infants under the age of 1 at risk. So a lot of times we focus on the personal choice, the personal exemptions, the religious exemptions, but oftentimes with communicable disease we have to think about how that could potentially impact others in the community. Vaccines are one of the safest, most effective forms of prevention we can offer our population.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jabari. If you have any questions about measles as it affects your child, talk to the local health nurse at your school. For Snapshot, I'm Gene Cox.